Brought to you by My 11 Circle. Win first prize Mahindra Thar. Download the app now.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm being joined by a very special guest in WWE superstar Drew McIntyre. Drew, thank you so much for taking out the time to talk to us.
No, thank you very much for chatting with me.
Right, so a quick question. You've just touched down in Mumbai. What's it been like so far? Have you had time to actually enjoy the sights, or is it just work?
I'd like to have seen more of the sites that I have seen, but the sites thus far have been amazing. But the biggest thing that I've seen, I felt the love from India on social media the past few years. I felt the passion of the fans, but to actually experience it in person, I can't take more than 5 steps, it feels like, without meeting somebody, taking a selfie and chatting about WWE. And I absolutely love it. The passion of the fans here is next level. And the food is also incredible. I'm from the UK, with a great British delicacy is Indian food. And to get to the motherland and try the real Indian food has been really cool.
Yeah, and now obviously, speaking of what it is you've been getting up to in the ring recently, you had a pretty long feud with Karrion Kross, came to an end at Crown Jewel. What was it working with the guy, considering, he had a slightly somewhat failed run first time around, got released, came back, first program was with you. What was that like?
It was good. It was interesting. I'm happy to see him get the opportunity to really show the world what he can do. And they wanted to start him in a prominent position. So I wanted to make sure he had the best showing possible. He had to bring it in the ring, because if you don't bring it in the ring, Drew McIntyre is going to eat you alive. And he's brought it. He has impressed me. He got the first victory over me because of Scarlett, of course. Yeah. But nonetheless, he's got a bright future ahead of him. And I got the last laugh at Crown Jewel.
Yeah, speaking of that, obviously, you got the last laugh Crown Jewel. You said afterwards that you're kind of done with this at this point. So what future goals? Are we going back for another shot at Roman's titles?
That's always the goal. Somebody has to get those titles off Roman. He's built himself an army. He's not the person that I used to respect so much. He surrounded himself with yes men. He shows up to work when he feels like it. And he will cheat to make sure he keeps the title, as we've seen against people like Brock Lesnar and myself. I have to look at the landscape of WWE. I have to come up with a game plan, and I think I might have to build an army of my own to take on the bloodline.
Maybe something with the Brawling Brutes?
Maybe. Sheamus and I are like brothers. We're fighting one minute, we're best friends. The next minute, it's been going on for 20 years. If we get back together, along with Butch, along with Ridge, we could do some serious damage.
That would certainly be fun. Now, speaking of, you were mentioning, that you've touched down, you felt the love of the Indian fans. Obviously, I think you actually broke the news cycles around a few days back when you actually took to Twitter, praised Suryakumar Yadav, the Indian batsman. You've been actually following the T20 World Cup to some degree, because, Scotland were in fact playing the first round.
Yeah, I follow it as much as I possibly can. I'm in a group chat with my friends back home in Scotland, and they're, cricket crazy. And I like to check out the T20 specifically. So it's more fast moving. There's only the 20 overs. I'm so busy. It's hard to watch Test, which obviously lasts for a long time. And
five days, man. It's not easy.
Yes, I don't have the time, unfortunately, for that. But the World Cup is ideal to check out, to follow, and to see some of the superstars in the team for India and how well they're doing. Like Yadav specifically is someone I can relate to. He's been doing incredible for Mumbai for such a long time, but to now finally show his talents on the world stage and be the star that he is during this World Cup, the best player, is really awesome to see. And I couldn't believe the response when I pointed that out. It's been unbelievable, the response in India.
Yeah. Also, one last thing, obviously, you'd have a lot of Indian fans watching this. Any special messages, any shout outs to anyone you'd like to give?
Absolutely. One, I'd like to say thank you for all the love over the years for supporting Drew McIntyre. I see everything. I hear everything. I love that I'm experiencing it in person right now. And, we got a cool little project we're doing right now. But the one thing I'm going to promise you all is you deserve a show. India deserves a live WWE show. And Drew McIntyre wants to perform for you all. So I'm going to make it my personal mission to make sure that show comes to India sooner than later.
Yeah, I hope that dream comes true. We'd certainly love a nice little stadium show right here in India, whether it be Delhi, Mumbai, or anywhere. Anyway, Drew, I think I've taken enough of your time. So thank you so much for joining us. And thank you to all the viewers who tuned in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram as well. Drew, thanks once again.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Take care.
मेरे साथ जुड़िए मनाने के लिए क्रिकेट का सबसे बड़ा त्योहार। मैच से जुड़े आपके हर सवाल का हम देंगे जवाब। जानने के लिए हर अपडेट, लाइव एनालिसिस, स्पेशल इंटरव्यूज, डाउनलोड कीजिए स्पोर्ट्स तक ऐप।